think I got it kind of worked out now. If I could just hold up, let's see. All right, there we go. Come on, thing. All right, all chats are visible. So let's switch this around here. If we can. Okay, loud and clear. All right, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let me get this thing switched around. Okay, there we go. All right. I think we might be in business right now. All right, just need to figure out how to fix this camera. There we go. Thanks. Jesus, thing's close up on me. All right. So we're gonna do this first part here. We're gonna do this first part here and stuff based upon some audio that I got. The title tonight is called "Trucking: The Great Escape." So as you guys come in here and stuff, as you guys come up in here and everything, we'll go ahead and start breaking into tonight's science. It's gonna be a two-part and stuff. So I'm gonna do the first part based on how I got this one set up here and stuff, so you guys can hear some things and we can go into okay, all right, let me resume. Okay, all right, that's good. You let me resume. All right, cool. Okay, all right. So go ahead and go into the lessons, and they will go ahead and go into the lessons and stuff. And so the title is called "Trucking: The Great Escape." And so it's a video. You know, it's a video about, I was talking about Keisha Williams, and so if you guys don't know who Keisha Williams is, she is the soon-to-be ex-wife of Richard Williams, which is the father of Venus and Serena Williams. And so she does some things that's quite interesting. And so, you know, it plays into the whole trucking scenario about why people use trucking as escape mechanism, as escape tool. So this comes from, this video is going to be done from the Pink Lessons. What's going on, Chase and Andrew? The Pink Lessons book. So shout out to her. And so I want y'all to pay attention and listen to some interesting footage. I mean, some interesting details and stuff about Miss Keisha Williams. I don't know why this AC wants to cut off, but without further ado, let's put audio up. This is from the Pink Book Lessons. This is where it comes from, the Pink Book Lessons. And so we're talking about, again, Miss Keisha Williams, and so what she's done.
And he owned the property free and clear. Unfortunately, he purchased the 10-acre property for $335,000 back in the 90s, and he owned the property free and clear. Unfortunately, he had his home stolen from him. That's according to his daughters and his lawyers. We'll dive into that part in a moment. But Lakeisha, she stole the home, couldn't maintain it, so it's in worse shape now than what it was in before she took it from him. But still in its condition, the house is still worth nearly $2 million on today's market.
$2 million.
Mr. Williams has...
Okay, so she pretty much got the house from Richard Williams, right? She got the house from Richard. Well, you know, being that you married, right? You know, the tactics that she did, but you know what she did next when she got the house. I need y'all to pay attention to this because it ties into trucking, the great escape. So,
one young child with Lakeisha. She's his third wife. He married his first wife, Betty, in 1965. When he met Miss Betty Williams, she already had a daughter.
Hold on, let's see. Is this it right here? Wait a minute, hold on.
Living with opioid addiction can be a struggle.
Come on, man. Jeez, these commercials, man. God, these commercials. Okay.
And wanted Lakeisha to get out of their family home. We're talking 10 acres of land, a 4-bedroom mansion, Lakeisha out of the house. She ended up finding a 2
Okay, here we go. Check this out.
Lakeisha refused to leave the house, so she stayed there. They started planning to open up a trucking business in New York, and it was attached to the home, and that's why she wanted Lakeisha out of the house. Lakeisha refused to leave the house, so she stayed there and started planning to open up a trucking business in New York instead. She ended up finding a 2012 Volvo truck for sale down in Palm Beach, Florida. This one right here. Called up the owner. His name was David Simon, who said he would sell her the truck for $79,000.
Okay, so she bought a 2012 Volvo 760. Hold on, let me show you the picture of it. Okay, maybe I can't see. Y'all know what a Volvo is. It's a Volvo 760. So he sold her the truck for $79,000. $79,000. Keep that figure in mind. Let's continue.
David Simon was also a hard money lender. He would only sell the truck to Lakeisha if she was able to put the Williams property up as collateral. Remember, the house was paid off, free and clear deed, but there was only one problem. Lakeisha couldn't use the house as collateral because the house was in Richard's name. And yeah, I think you can already tell where this is going. Lakeisha Williams forged his signature with a quitclaim deed, transferring the house from his name to her name. This happened on January 23rd, 2017. The sale recorded in Palm Beach County for just $10. A couple of weeks later, on her husband's birthday, on February 14th, 2017, Lakeisha and David Simon completed the deal. He sold the truck to her, and she also borrowed $152,000 that same day. Then about 2 months later, in April 2000.
Okay, so she bought a truck. She bought the truck for $79,000. She already on the hook for $79,000. Then she turns around and borrows another $152,000. Another $152,000. So she's now on the hook. She's now on the hook for $250,000. She's now on the hook for $250,000. $79,000 truck, and you borrowed another $152,000 on top of it. Let's continue.
2017, David Simon lent her another $22,000.
So on top of the $225,000, she turns around and borrows another $22,000. Another $22,000. So that's now almost $250,000. That's it's $240,000. So she on the hook for $250,000. And she borrowed all this back in 2017. Let's continue.
And she didn't stop borrowing there. The next month in May, Lakeisha took out another loan from David Simon for an extra $105,000.
$105,000. So now, okay, she bought the truck for $79,000, right? She bought the truck for $79,000. She borrowed $152,000 on, and then $22,000 on top of that. So that's a little over $250,000, right? You're talking about $240-something thousand. A little over $250,000. Then she turns right around and borrows $105,000. So now she's $300,000. She's $340,000 on the hook. $340,000 on the hook. Let's go.
She tried to circle back around and borrow an even larger amount later that year in October, but David Simon refused, saying that she didn't have sufficient collateral. The interest payments on the initial $152,000 was $3,381.16 per month alone. That's not accounting.
So she on the hook for $150. She's on the hook for the $152,000, right? She's on the hook, having to pay back $3,000 a month, $3,000 a month on the loan. Let's continue.
For the additional loans that he gave her at a very high interest rate. Keisha could not manage the payments, and according to David Simon, the repayments were very, quote, sporadic. According to the terms, she'd have to pay back the full loan amount plus 12% interest within 2 years. To make matters worse, Lakeisha's trucking business was shut down a little over a year later when the Volvo truck was found damaged 1,200 miles away in New York. That's in June 2018. David Simon had to repossess the Volvo after it was involved in an accident in Long Island City, New York, $30,000 in damages. So at that point, it was about 16 months later, after she illegally remortgaged Mr. Williams' house, taking out almost $300,000 in loans from a hard money lender. The truck that she purchased was also gone, and Lakeisha.
Okay, so it says here she borrowed $279,000. Well, she on the hook for $358,000. $358,000. She had 2 years to pay the loan. She had 2 years to pay the loan back at 12% interest, right? At 12% interest. Hold up. So let's do some math and stuff right quick and break our calculators out. Hold on. Let's break our calculators out real quick. I should have already been on top of it, but come on, where's my handy dandy calculator? Okay, so she on the hook for $358,000, right? Okay. Then she got 12% interest. So you take 350,000, you multiply that by 0.12, right? Hold up. So I'm messing up. Let's see. So the interest is only $4,296 on a $358,000 loan. Okay. But she got 2 years to pay it back. She got 2 years to pay it back and stuff. So she bought the truck in 2017. The truck got into an accident in 2018. The guy had to repossess it. It was $30,000 in damages, and he had to repossess the truck. Now, how she got the truck is she took Richard Williams' house and used it as collateral to get the truck. She used the house as collateral, right? A house that's worth $2 million. A house that's worth $2 million. She borrowed $358,000. And so now the guy that she borrowed the house from and stuff, since she defaulted on the loan, he's snatching the house back and stuff and putting it up for auction. All he had to put up was $358,000, right? And so the house is down there in Palm Gardens. No, Palm Beach Gardens. It's in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. The average house down there is going for $1 million. The average house is going for $1 million. Now, the house that Richard Williams is selling and stuff, right? It's a house sitting on 10 acres of land. 10 acres. 10 acres. All the dude had to do was just put up $358,000. She defaulted on the loan and stuff. And so now he putting the house up on auction, and the house is starting out at $1.4 million. $1.4 million. So you see, what am I saying? Is that people come to trucking for the escapism, right? But the correlation that I'm seeing between people is that they don't know how to read, they don't know how to do math. They don't know how to read, they don't know how to do math. So meanwhile, the folks that's putting up the trucks and putting up the money and stuff, they looking at the long game. They looking at the long game and stuff. So see, when you go there to Prime, so when you go to Prime or whoever and stuff, in these lease programs, they understand you right when you go in there. They understand you don't know how to read because they set them contracts and stuff right there in front of you, just quick to sign them. They understand you don't know how to do math because when you looking at the payments, you got to pay them $2,600 a week. That's your overhead, $2,600 a week. So you saying that are we gonna be doing enough business to cover this overhead so I don't go in the hole? What's the end game? What's the end game for me getting in this lease program? Oh well, to be your own boss and you can turn down freight. That's the end game. That's the end game. Very, very few people go through these lease programs and make it, and they get ownership. Like I said, it's only two I can think of, right? Be Smooth and Woody. They're the only two people I know that went through the lease program and got their equipment. There are some people that went through the program and got smart and stuff like that. Trucker Brown, for instance. Trucker Brown went in through his own admission. Now I'm saying how true it is questionable. But what he said he did, he went over there, he worked a couple months, and he said he got $25,000. He got $25,000 and then he left. Now that's what he said. That's what he said and stuff. So I could only take him for his word, But I mean, it's just some things that he did is questionable. You see what I'm saying? Lowshine Parks, he was over there and stuff for a long time, and you saw how things worked out with him. The dude before he got hooked up with Edine Cole and stuff like that, he left Prime to go to Mercer, and he got his truck through Quality. You see what I'm saying? That zero money down stuff. He was over there for quite some time, winning awards and stuff for his his custom truck and stuff like that, and like I said, he kept it clean. He kept it clean and stuff, but did he get any money while he was there? Did he get some money and stuff while he was there? Cause, if you follow the man, if you follow them, you got to watch some of his old footage and stuff, right? And so, when you follow his old footage, you can kind of see, okay, wait a minute, hold up. You can kind of figure out how he was surviving over there and stuff. And so how he was surviving as long as he was. You know what I'm saying? That's just, like I said, I look at the business side of things saying, okay, there it is. It makes sense. Guys, you don't see too many people coming up out of there. I believe Jay Rich worked over there and stuff. Jay Rich was over there for a little while. And, she got her money through what? She got the SBA and stuff like that, started her own business that way and stuff. Again, she didn't get over there and get her money through Prime. She went, got her credit stuff fixed and everything. And, but I'm just saying, see, these are the type of tactics that they use in order to get ownership and stuff. And they got people come to trucking thinking it's the great escape. They think it's the great escape and stuff. This woman right here put up a house. You know what I'm saying? Now you the husband. Now this what she had to do to get it. This what she had to do to get a truck. Now you're married to Richard Williams. So you trying to tell me during this whole time your credit is so jacked up that you got to get a truck through a lender. You got to get a truck through a lender, right? $79,000, 2012 Volvo 760. This is back in 2017. 2017. This is when I got my truck here. I got my truck here in 17. This is a 13, and I bought this one from Lone Mountain for 61. And she got that truck for 79,000 going down to this lender. She couldn't stay in business but for 1 year and lost everything. Now, on top of that, she got $79,000, right? Then she borrowed $158,000. Then $22,000. Then another $105,000. So all right, you got a truck, and then you got a truck, and then you got $278,000 of capital. 270. So you got a truck and $250,000 and your own authority, and you couldn't make it. You couldn't make it. You got 2 years to pay back the loan at 12%. At 12%, you know, so at 350,000, all right, $3,000 a month, and you got guys paying 20. You got guys out here paying 26 a week. A week. You see what I'm saying? If she couldn't pay back $3,000 a month, right, and she got the money, and she borrowed money on top of the truck, right? The guy gave her a capital on top of the truck. Then what makes you think that you're going to get out here? What makes you think if she got her own authority, right? What makes you think you're going to get out here at 26, at $2,600 a week? That's $135,000 a year. She only got to pay $3,000. She only got to pay $3,000 a month to keep her lender quiet. You got to pay 26 a week. 26 a week. So see, they understand the long end of stuff, right? They understand the long end of stuff. So see, when we sit there and lay down this information, we saying, okay, well, what's the end game? What's the end game for you? What you get in here to do exactly? Because you see, this is what your expenses and stuff are, right? This is your expenses. So the question should be, is there enough work there? Is there enough consistent work for me to run and not fall in the hole? Not fall in the hole. You already $2,600 a week for just overhead. That means truck and all the little insurance stuff that go with it, Qualcomm, all the little stuff, insurance, all that stuff there. The only thing it don't cover is fuel. The only thing it don't cover is fuel, and as you can see, fuel is going back up again. Fuel is going back up again and stuff. You sitting over here paying $5.50 a gallon. You sit over here paying $5.50 a gallon. Fuel is going back up again. So you got $135,000 that you got to pay. That's before fuel. Okay, then you got your diesel fuel bill you got to pay. Then you got your diesel fuel bill you got to pay and stuff. So you sitting over here, and stuff, man, probably another $135,000. So you $260,000 in. You $260,000 in. You $206,000 in. And somebody's up here telling you that $190,000 is good money. I told you, I said, man, look, I'm gonna go and show it. $190,000 is good money. So, let me get my Facebook read. Hold up, where my reels at? Cause I say this goofy stuff. Then you tell me what you think. So look, y'all know this guy. Y'all know this guy right here.
Boy, I ain't gonna lie. I love see y'all.
Y'all know this guy right here and stuff. White Tyrone Love Harris, right? Y'all know this dude here. Hold up. Y'all know this dude here and stuff. Now pay attention to what he's saying.
ST. Boy, but what kind of freight y'all moving? Boy, solo 190 a year. Hey, Boy, what kind of patch y'all moving? Boy, they say 350 for team. Boy, you got me about ready to team up. Boy, y'all going out like that, boy? Boy, I'm about to start me a team. Boy, I'm gonna have to see somebody settlement for this. Boy, that look too good. Hey, boy, one of y'all hit me up. Boy, I'm trying to see something. Boy, I'm gone. Boy, I ain't gonna lie, I love CRST.
$190,000. That's your man. That's your man right there. That's your man right there and stuff. So let's do a little bit of math right here. Let's do some math. Okay, $190,000. You take $190,000, right, and you divide that by 52. Divide it by 52. And that's how much money you got to make. That's how much money you're going to be making for $190,000. $3,653.84 to make $190,000. And he said he want to go over there and see them. He want to go over there and see them and stuff, right? I guess he taking his own truck over there. He taking his own truck over there. That's how much you're going to be making as an own operator over there at CRST, running solo. Tell me, is $190,000? Is that still good? $190,000, $3,653.84. That's before expenses. That's before expenses. So most of the people that go to CRST and stuff, they ain't got no truck. They ain't got no truck. So you're going over there in the lease program. So you're going over there in the lease program and stuff. So what's their lease programs now? How much you got to pay a week for a truck over there? How much you got to pay for a week of truck over there and stuff? I don't see it any lower than $1,000. I don't see it lower than $1,000 a week. So you got $1,000. You got $1,000 a week, right? That's just for the truck you got. That's just for the truck. Then you got their insurance and stuff you got to pay. So you talking about what, another another $400? Then the Qualcomm and the base plate and all the other stuff there. So what you got? What about I'm gonna say what about 17? 17 is that safe to say? 17? Oh, you want to give them 15? Let's give them 1,500. Let's give them 1,500, right? So 15 multiply that times 52. That's $78,000. That's $78,000 and stuff, right? So we go ahead and subtract that from that $190,000. That leaves you with $112,000. That leaves you with $112,000. That's if you're paying $15 a week, and I'm being fair. 15 a week. So out of $190,000, you got $112,000. You got to make that work. You got to make that work between diesel fuel, between maintenance. Yeah, between your diesel fuel, between your maintenance, and okay, we got diesel fuel, we got maintenance, just between those two things right there. All the other stuff is taken care of, right? Then you got to put some money. Then you got to put some money back into your business, and you got $112,000. You got to do that, and you got to do that for 52 weeks, right? So you take that $112,000, right? You take that $112,000. You take that $112,000 and stuff, right? And divide that up. And you divide it up by 52. So you got $2,100. So you got $2,100 a week. You got $2,100 a week and stuff. We ain't took no diesel fuel out. We ain't took out the diesel fuel and stuff. So how they get paid over there? Okay. All right. Sorry about that, man. This thing it keeps kicking me in, keeps kicking me out. It kicks me in, it kicks me out and stuff, man. So y'all stay with me. All right. What's up, Mr. Turner? You say you 197,000 at the beginning of September, and that was me being home every weekend. You ain't gonna be home every weekend with CRST. You ain't gonna be home every weekend. You ain't gonna be home every weekend with CRST, right? You know, number one, they the biggest expedited carrier in the country. Biggest expedited carrier in the country. See, what like I said, all boiled down to and stuff, man. People don't know how to read. People don't know how to do math, and that's all it is. You don't know how to read. You don't know how to do math and stuff. That's why these programs out here, and they get you in the long run. They get you in the long run because what's the end game? Because you can look at it and you can see, yeah, I'm gonna be unsuccessful. I'm gonna be unsuccessful because by the time you putting these figures and stuff out here and we start working stuff out, how am I at $190,000? How am I supposed to make my truck note? How am I supposed to make my truck note and all my expenses and stuff here, pay for fuel, operate my business, and make money to pay my bills? And make money to pay my bills. So when the IRS start looking at those papers and they saying, well, daggone, here's Prime turning in a form saying that their driver did almost $300,000. Man, they making $290,000-$300,000 a year over there. Man, shoot, we gonna be rolling in dough. So then an expert over there, they say, who is it from again? Oh, it's from Prime. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We might just go ahead and claim that as a loss. Oh, we ain't going after him for the money. He ain't got no money. He ain't got no money. So you wonder, like, why is it these guys and stuff don't get took? Why is it the IRS and stuff, man, ain't so hard on? Because all they got to do is just look at them. They say, okay, they turned in a slip and stuff, man, $200,000, $300,000. Oh, where is it from? Oh, it's from Prime. Nah, he ain't got no money. He ain't got no money. Where is it coming from? Colonial Freight. Nah, he ain't got no money. When they see those slips, they like, yeah, he got some money till they find out where it comes from. When they find out where it comes from, they like, man, you know, that's why ain't nobody went to jail. That's why you ain't heard nobody in the lease program. You ain't heard nobody in the lease program go to jail. The IRS came in and arrested them for not paying taxes. They ain't got no money. They ain't got no money. Now no lease program. What they gonna come after you for? You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing, and they extended the tax credits to the companies that are doing the leases. So they can't go after them either. They can't go after them either stuff. That's why they ain't going down there kicking no doors in. They're like, well, shoot, hey, you know, you putting people to work. You're putting people to work and stuff, which is what we want to do, but you know, ain't nobody making no money. Ain't nobody making no money and stuff, you know. The driver ain't making no money, and then we gave you the tax incentives. We gave you the tax incentives and stuff, right, for you to even do the lease program to start with. So we can't come after you either. So they making money hand over fist, and then you wondering, okay, these new rules and regulations stuff, where they coming from? Yeah, they pull that stuff over. They pull that stuff over there in AB5. They pull AB5 over there in California. But the reason why they did it over there was to make sure that no business was able to start up, right? That no business was able to start up, and guys was going to come together, because California, they do things a little differently. Those guys was coming over there and they was using the program the right way. They said, okay, you got a truck, you got a truck, you got a truck. So let's all of us come in. So let one person go over here, get the authority and stuff, right? And we're going to run under this one person authority. We're going to all be under this umbrella and we're going to cut our expenses and stuff down. So, you know, that's so we can go over here and we get these contracts and stuff over here to port. And they was locking stuff in. They're like, well, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm a carrier. I got 20 trucks. I got 20 trucks and stuff with, you know, 20 individuals that just putting in a little bit in the pot. And so they say, well, you know what? Hey, we got to bust that up. We got to bust that up. That's not good business over there. You got own operators working together. So they say, well, all right, we're going to start AB5. You got to get your own authority now and stuff, right? So you get your own authority. You just one truck. You just a one truck operation. Anybody that you got working for you is an employee. And so you got employee guidelines that you got to go through. You can run your business as a business, right? But if you ain't got certain apparatuses set up inside of your business, then you can't bring no employee in. So you just a one truck operation, which means that you don't qualify for those contracts because they say, well, look, you got to have at least 5 trucks. You got to have at least 5 trucks. And you one truck, one trailer. So now you don't get the contract. So you can't pull out of the port. You can't pull out of the port and stuff. Meanwhile, like I said, you know, and they did it to themselves because what they was initially trying to go at, the people they was trying to go after, they don't even have to abide by AB5. The governor over there, Gary Newsom and stuff. Now, when he introduced AB5, 2 weeks later, after he introduced AB5, he introduced Proposition 22. Proposition 22 says that if you are an application-based company, then you can operate as an own operator. That means Grubhub, that means Uber, Lyft, all those businesses that they were talking about that was making all this money and stuff, right, that didn't get employee benefits. They created Proposition 22 to protect those businesses over there. And all those own operators and stuff that claimed that they know everything, let all that stuff go down. And they gave them a year and a half to get their houses and stuff in order. In fact, Gary Newsom and stuff got recalled. Like I said, I'm not a fan of Larry Elder. But Larry Elder would have retracted AB5. I'm not a fan of Larry Elder. By no means. But I'm just saying, I vote for anybody that's moving for my agenda. And that's one of the things and stuff he would have recalled quickly. But, you know, Gavin Newsom wound up winning again. And so it's implemented now and stuff. And so it's solidified, you know. It's solidified. It's set in stone. They ain't changing that. They not changing that and stuff. And so, you know, that's the reason why that's in existence right there. So you see, again, people that don't know how to read, that don't know how to do math, you know, you caught off guard by these figures and stuff like that. And you think that, well, $190,000 is a lot of money. So here's another thing and stuff, right? Here's another guy up here. Wait a minute.
Boy, I ain't gonna lie. I love CRST.
Where's my other one? Now this guy right here. This guy right here and stuff. This is why my channel and stuff is set up. Because the thing I can't stand people that ramble and cannot stand behind the science that they so-called feel they dropping. So check this guy right here and stuff. We just talked about this yesterday.
Do not buy a truck right now. Go be a company driver, man. Find you a company that you can make $1,500 to $2,500 a week.
$15 to $25 a week.
You may stay out 2 to 3 weeks at a time, but you do not want to have the responsibilities of being an owner operator right now. The rates are not the same as they were 2 years ago. You are not getting $3 consistently a mile. You really get between $2.40 to $2.80 a mile. I don't care what nobody say.
Chase and Andrew, you in the house? Chase and Andrew, you in the house? He said, he said, I don't care what anybody's saying, right? You ain't getting anywhere but $2. He said, what, $2.80, $2.80 a mile. Is you in the house? Can you verify this for me, please? Even if he ain't in here. He said you ain't getting nothing but $2.80 a mile. He ain't saying you can get but $2.80 a mile and stuff, right? That's all you get, Chasing Andrew. But he said you ain't, hold up.
Consistently. You may get those short runs where you get $3 a mile, but other than that, you're not getting it like, bro. The truck game.
Hey, he said you ain't getting it consistently. He said you ain't getting it consistently. You ain't getting it consistently.
Messed up. Company drivers are winning. You still can make money being an owner operator, but you gotta hustle. And if you just getting in it, you don't know how to hustle like that. You know what I'm saying? You can't buy a course that tell you how to make money the way the industry is right now. Do not buy a truck right now.
Do not buy a truck, man.
Go be a company driver.
Go be a company driver.
Find you a company that you can make $1,500 to $2,500 a week.
$1,500 to $2,500.
You may stay out 2 to 3 weeks at a time. But you do not want to have the responsibilities of being an owner operator right now. The rates are not.
The rates ain't what they used to be 2 years ago. I wonder why. Now, I'm pretty sure he's an owner operator too and stuff, right? Now he said, man, look, let me finish this again. Hold on.
The same they were 2 years ago. You are not getting $3 consistently a mile. You really get between $2.40 to $2.80 a mile. I don't care what nobody say. Consistently. You may get them short runs where you get $3 a mile, but other than that, you're not getting it like, bro. The truck game messed up. Company drivers are winning. You still can make money being an owner operator, but you gotta hustle. And if you just getting in it, you don't know how to hustle like that. You know what I'm saying? You can't buy a course that tell you how to make money the way the industry is right now. Do not.
See, these type of guys right here, they the ones make these videos and stuff, and people get confirmation right there from guys like that can't break. Now he's saying that you getting anywhere between $2.40 to $2.80 a mile. I don't care what anybody say. Despite and you ain't getting it consistent. I don't care what anybody say. You ain't getting it consistent. You're not getting it consistently. Go and be a company driver where you can make $15 to $2,500 a week. Okay, let's break this science down, right? Let's bring out our handy dandy calculators. And stuff, right? $15 to $2,500 as a company driver. Okay, so you go in as a company driver, right? In order for you to make $2,000 a week, let's see, let me do something right quick. Hold on. To make $2,000, so 61 ain't gonna get it. 62 ain't gonna get it. 63 ain't getting it. 64 ain't getting it. 65 ain't getting it. So we gonna go and do. Here's the calculator right here and stuff, right? Here's the calculator right here. We got it at 3,000. 3,000. Okay. So we're gonna start at 60 cents. 60 ain't gonna get it. 61 ain't gonna get it. 62 ain't gonna get it. 63 ain't gonna get it. 64 ain't gonna get it. 65 ain't gonna get it. 66 ain't gonna get it. 67 cents a mile. No, 67 cents a mile. You got to do 3,000 miles a week. 3,000 miles a week to make $2,000 a week. 3,000 miles a week at 67 cents a mile is what you got to run to bring home $2,000. That's how much you got to make. 67 cents. He's saying company drivers are winning right now. He's saying company drivers are winning right now and stuff. 3,000 miles a week is what you got to run consistently. Consistently. That's 428 miles a day. If you on a 7-day rotation, you got to run 3,000 paid miles to get $2,000. You got to do that consistently to make that type of money. So they say the company drivers are winning. They say the company drivers are winning. Are their miles consistent? Are their miles consistent? Because every time I start looking at my company drivers and stuff, man, I see them. They quitting and going work somewhere else. They had JB Hunt this week, and then they went over there to Snyder, and they done went over here to this company. I'm gonna tell you what they ain't making: 67 cents a mile. They not making 67 cents a mile. But check this out though. Did I save it? Okay. I didn't save it. I thought I saved it, but I didn't. Let me make sure. Because I don't want to be slandering nobody, right? I don't want to be slandering nobody. Okay, I didn't save it. I thought I did. I thought I had it in here and I didn't. So the company Swift is advertising on Facebook that they can get you $2,000 a week on their dedicated lanes. They can get you $2,000 a week over there on their dedicated lanes. And like I said, to make $2,000, you gotta be making 67. You gotta be making 67 cents a mile, and you gotta be doing 3,000. You gotta be doing 3,000 miles a week. So you see, when you start taking the miles down and stuff, and you want that money, now it goes up 75 cents. You see, so you got guys to get up here. You got guys to get up here on social media, and they start rambling. They start rambling about things that they don't understand, right? And so then you got to start breaking these sciences and stuff down. You got to start breaking these sciences and stuff down. So like I said, I use myself as an example, right? I use myself as an example. So I want y'all to pay attention. Take a look at this. I got 1 million. I got 1,019,000 at 19,481 miles. Now we're gonna do some more math, right? We're gonna do some more math. Now, when I got the truck, when I bought my truck 5 years ago, October 28th, I will have this truck 5 years. I will have this truck for 5 years. Okay, so when I got the truck, I had 480,000 miles on it. 480,000 miles, right? Now, so all you got to do now and stuff is just subtract 1 million. 1 million what? Oh, let me make sure I'm putting it in right so y'all see it the same way I see it. That's the miles on the truck right there. Okay, y'all see that, right? So I put 539,041 miles on the truck, right? Y'all see the same thing I see. So we take this number right here, 539,000. 539,000, right? Okay, you take this number right here and divide that by 5. You divide that by 5. That's how many miles I'm putting on my truck every year. Every year since I bought it, this is my truck averaging a year, 107,800. So we take that right there. We take this number. We take this number right here. So this is what I'm doing every year. This is what I'm doing every year. What we had 100. We had 100 and what? I'm gonna do 190,000. I'm gonna do 109,000. Okay, I'm messing up. 109,000. So you take that, divide that by 52. Nope. You divide that by 52, and that's how many miles I run every week. That's how many miles I put on my truck right there. 2096.15. So you might well say 2,100 miles is 2,100 miles a week. Now, here's the thing. That's all miles, loaded and empty, out of route miles, everything that you can think of. That's all miles. That's all miles. Come on, thing. Come on, turn around. That's all miles. That's how many miles I put on my truck every week since I had it. That's on the average. That's on the average. That's all miles. And here you are having to do 3,000 miles a week. Paid miles. Paid miles. That means you're running 156,000 miles. That's 56,000 more miles you got to run versus me. That's 56,000 more miles you got to run than me. 5 years, and ain't nobody come to get this truck. Ain't nobody coming to get it. We've been done with Long Mountain and stuff, man, for what, well over a year and a half now. No repo man coming to get this truck. So tell me and stuff, what's the necessariness in running that hard? What's the necessariness in running that hard? Nobody's coming to get this truck. I ain't got any kind of financial problems. Got money put away. I got money put away. Ever since I had this truck, and when I was able to drop videos and stuff, y'all seen me sitting right here in this truck and nowhere else. Nobody else's truck. You never seen me drive nobody else's truck in 5 years, except this one right here. And that's all the miles and stuff that I put on my truck. With little effort, this is all miles. That's all miles and stuff. The loaded, the empty, some of the outer routes. Sometimes, man, like I said, sometimes I deadheaded. Sometimes I deadheaded, man. 500-600 miles for a load I ain't want to do. Up there in Maine, I ain't want to stay up there and stuff in the cold. I came round back down into Jersey. That's all miles right there and stuff. Like I said, I'm not faking it. I'm showing you what I'm doing in real time. I'm showing you what I'm doing in real time. When I got the truck, it had 480,000 miles on it. So when I say that you don't have to run yourself to death and stuff, that's a fact. When we putting this information up here and stuff, and we're at, hey man, listen, why, you over here, you're running wide open. What's the purpose in that? What's the purpose in that? You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. You don't have to run that hard. You don't have to run that hard, and you'll still be within your goal. I just run this lane. I just run this specific lane and stuff. And like I said, to be honest with you, I stay out here because I want to. I stay out here because I want to. Because I do that. All I do is run the Northeast. All I do is run the Northeast. So like I said, I use myself as an example to show you I'm not just saying stuff for the sake of saying it. I'm practicing what I preach. So when guys start coming up and start discouraging you and telling you that you shouldn't go out here and get your own business, we say, man, no, that's what you need to do. You need to get your own business. Why not? What's wrong with that? Because you're doing one or two things. Either you're going to put the work in yourself, or you're going to go and do it for other people. Because see, the people that you work for, those company drivers, and you got a company driver position. The man that you work for, he grinding. He got to get up every single day. He got to get up every day. He got to worry about the rates. He got to worry about the fuel. He got to worry about the truck and what's going on with that. What you saying is that, no, I don't want to do none of that. I just want to get in it and I want to drive your truck, which is fine. But you got to also understand is that it's business no matter how you look at it. So when you driving his truck, you're also the driving force in that and saying, listen, I'm going to drive your truck, but this is what you're going to pay me. Because it's all business at the end of the day. Because if you all get up and you walk away and stuff, right, he can only drive one truck and one trailer. That's it. And they got a long time. They still ain't worked out all the bugs before these trucks driving themselves. You still got a while. So I'm saying is that, man, understand is that it's business. Even if you're a company driver, you still got to be a business person. What you're saying is that, oh, well, I just throw caution to the wind, right? Whatever you throw at me, you just throw at me. And I'm all good. As long as you treat me good, right? As long as I feel good, then I'm okay. It's all business at the end of the day. Either you're going to have to put the work in, or the guys that you're working for got to put that work in. So see, When they tell you that you can't, when they tell you you can't go home and stuff, that's a fact. No, I don't want you going home. I want my truck working. I want my truck working and stuff. Okay, fine. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem and stuff with that. But see, what I'm giving up and stuff, man, the work got to, you know, the work got to equate to the sacrifice. Otherwise, what's the point of me being out here? It's got to equate to the sacrifice. Otherwise, what's the point of me being out here? So you're going to have to put in this work whether you want to or not. You don't want to be, if you don't want to have your own truck, your own trailer, it's fine. You don't have to do that. But I'm saying at the same time, don't get out here and discourage the ones and stuff who want to get out here and get it. Because see, when you run into somebody like me, I told you, I said, man, hey, I'm exposing you. I'm exposing you. Don't get up here and stuff and act like, don't get up here and start saying a bunch of stuff and then it ain't making no sense. And then people believing it, like, yeah, I should just go that route and stuff. No, understand what you're doing. Because people just getting in stuff just for the sake of getting into it and stuff. They saying stuff for the sake of saying stuff, and it ain't making no sense. Be a company driver, but get out here and make 15 to 25. Okay, where are you supposed to go to make that type of money? How many miles and stuff you got to do? Because every day you ain't a ball of fire. You're not. You're not a ball of fire and stuff, man. You're not gonna get 3,000 miles. 3,000 miles and stuff, man. It ain't gonna come easy. It ain't gonna be, okay, yeah, every load they give you gonna be a 1,000-mile trip. That ain't how business work, cause see, as you can see, I'm only running 2,000 miles, and some of that ain't even paid miles. Some of that is not even paid miles and stuff. So you can see that, well, hey, look, the lanes that I run, I don't run very hard and stuff. I don't put very many miles and stuff, right, to make the money. Because things happen in this business. I'm like, look, I'm almost always late with every load I get. Because people want to get out here and they want to waste your time. They want to waste your time and stuff. But thing is, you do what you got to do. Like I said, I ain't rushing. Why do I need to go to paper logs? That's what I look at right there. And I say, why do I need paper logs? If that's all I'm doing, 2,100 miles a week on a 7-day operation, why do I need to get on paper? Why do I need to get on paper? Unless I'm talking about doing some super duper heavy duty grinding, which you don't have to do. Which you don't have to do. But you see, when you're going over there to Chicago, hey buddy, yeah. We're gonna go ahead and get that thing there tomorrow. Go ahead and get that thing there tomorrow and stuff, and then he ain't showing you no rate confirmation sheet. He ain't showing you no rate confirmation sheet. And here it is, Rhode Island Red Rooster been out here 5 years and just showed you the miles and stuff on his truck. He just showed you the miles and stuff on his truck. October 28th, I had this truck 5 years. I had this truck for 5 years, October the 28th. So you might as well that's 3 weeks away? That's 3 weeks away and stuff. I'm on my way down to Atlanta. Stuff. I got to, get some stuff for the truck. So I'm probably, once I get there, I'll probably be done for the rest of the week there. So in 3 short weeks, it ain't gonna really make much of a difference. But I'm just saying, there it is right there. In 5 years, you seen the struggles. You seen the struggles and stuff that I went through. I'm like, yeah, that's the issue and stuff that I had. But everything else, they talking about it ain't no courses out here and stuff. Of course not. It ain't no courses. That's why we get out here and we put this information out here and stuff, not to discourage, just to shut this stuff down when people start telling you that, well, it can't be done. It can be done. It can be done. We doing it every single day. And as we figure more stuff out, as we start to refine this science, then we put it out there. Here's some more things that we done figured out that you should know if you're thinking about getting out here. Don't get a truck. Don't buy a truck and stuff, man. Oh, when is a good time to get? It ain't never a good time to get a truck. Oh, you should have got the truck 2 years ago. You should have got it 3 years ago. 3 years ago, they was telling you the same thing. Don't go buy a truck. Don't get your own business. Man, you ain't gonna make no money. The company drivers are winning. The company drivers work for owner operators. That's all it is. The corporations are nothing more but owner operators that go and buy a bunch of trucks and they got their business intact. They got their business. Okay, this is when you're going to get paid. This is your health benefits. The whole 9 yards. Yeah, you got to go to safety classes and all that other stuff there. But that's all it is. These are people that have a better refinement of business. That's all there is to it. They own operators. Everybody's an own operator. You're a company driver that works for an own operator. And that's all it is. So when you understand it from that standpoint, you say, well, daggone. Well, the only thing he's doing differently and stuff is that he has a whole insight of how the business and stuff work, and you don't. Because if he lets you in on how the business and stuff work, you be sitting there like that. I can do that. Why I need a dispatcher? Why I need a dispatcher? Why I need a safety coordinator, a fleet coordinator, and all these other people? Why I got to be over here with you? I can just do this for myself. If I go out here and get my own truck, my own trailer, right? I can deliver freight. I can negotiate. Okay, this is the rates right here and stuff. So I got to be a negotiator too. I know how to negotiate. Why do I need all you guys? And stuff? Y'all just in the way of business. They created a position for you. A safety sheet analyst. Look at all these positions and stuff in here in these jobs. They not even necessary. You just picking up and delivering freight. You know how to negotiate. You're your own safety person. Yeah. I got a truck and a trailer. Yeah. Of course I know I need to take care of it. You don't need no safety coordinator to remind you every day, man, put your safety belt on and drive safe. Yeah, that's the whole goal. If I don't do that, I don't get paid. Sign your logbooks and all that other stuff there. And the thing is that, the upsetting part, they forget what kind of business we in. Everybody, it doesn't matter what bastion of business that you're in and stuff, right? Sometimes you got to bend the rules to get to the goal. Everybody does that. But in trucking, you supposed to be straight up. You supposed to be straight up and stuff, man. Hey, if it can be done, it can be done. You ran out of hours and the truck stop is 5 miles away. You ain't pulling over on the side of the road in Sandman or sleeping under some bridge. You know what's up. You know what the deal is and stuff, man. I mean, heck, hey, even law enforcement will understand, man. What the heck you doing parked on the side? Man, look, take your tail on up there. He'll even tell you, hey, look, go on, throw that thing on PC. Get that thing on PC and stuff and get on off this highway. Pull over here like you got some doggone sense. They know what's got to be done. Everybody cheats the clock. Law enforcement cheats the clock. You think they pulling all this overtime and stuff right behind the car and stuff? Man, shoot, they done checked off somewhere and stuff over here on the side of the highway, sleep. Because if they don't, they ain't gonna make no money. Got the buddy come in and stuff looking out for him. Hey, listen, hey, we're gonna go ahead, run rotation stuff. You go ahead, you get you some sleep. You get you some sleep and stuff. Then I'm gonna come over here and stuff. I'm gonna get me some sleep, and we're gonna look out for the white shirts. We're gonna look out for the white shirts and stuff. You know, the lieutenants and the captains. For those that don't know what the white shirts are. Look out for them and stuff, man, and make sure that you know they answer the radio. You answer the radio for them, and then you go over there and you wake them up. Hey, man, come on, we gotta go. They call it checking off. They call it checking off and stuff. You know, you wanted, man, shoot, daggone. Got him sped right past me and stuff, man, and shoot. Trooper just sitting there and stuff, man, shoot. He in that car sleep. In there sleeping, watching some social media and stuff like that. He ain't got time for that. But he on the clock. Everybody does that and stuff. You see security guards going, they ain't doing security stuff. Then they're on social media. That's why when you go out there and try to get them to do some work, they get pissed off with you. Man, what do you want? I'm trying to get checked in. What the heck you talking about? I'm trying to get checked in. You sitting over here getting mad at getting mad at me and stuff over some nonsense, man. Crazy. Knock that stuff on out, man. But that's what I'm saying, fellas. If you want to get a truck, man, look, get a truck. We laying down this information for you to get it, to say, man, look, hey, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. You know, like I said, I mean, people be asked, like I said, you know, they ask me about certain guys and stuff. I said, man, look, go to that older stuff. Go to that older stuff. You know, my man preacher, he up here doing it with a day cab. With a day cab and stuff. I'm like, man, you know, this man been doing that for over 2 years now in a day cab. Got his own truck and stuff, like run his operation like that. You know, they asked me about Chasing Andrew. Same thing. I said, man, y'all, you know, dude, listen, I've been following this guy since he started his, I seen him when he was at Knights as a company driver. I seen Preacher when he was at Warner. You see what I'm saying? I seen Calvin when he was at Landstar, you know, before he got the truck. I mean, I've been following him. So, you know, they got fleets, they got trucks now and stuff like that. Like, yeah, because you seen what the goal was. They done made it there. They didn't just get this stuff overnight. They put the work in. They paid the cost to be the boss. Any person that you could talk about. Like, man, look, watch their older stuff. And you can see all this, you can see the struggle and everything. They're like that. Everything going good for them. Everything wasn't so good once upon a time. Everything wasn't so good once upon a time. What's going on, man? Freddie Trucker. They ain't just making this stuff up on a whim. I'm like, man, dude, like, hey, you gotta watch some of this stuff from the origin. Watch it from the origin. Why are they so good at what they do? Watch the origin. See where they came from. Watch their old footage. Watch that old footage and stuff, and you can see why it makes sense. I'm like, dude, hey, he where he's supposed to be because they paid the cost. They paid the cost. You know, I don't even want to, you know, like I said, I don't want to mention what you call, you know, she might take it the wrong way and stuff. But like I said, you know, even with her and stuff, like I said, you know, ain't no hate there. Hey, I give you flowers. Look how you started out. You got a day cab. Paid that off and say, you know what? Let me go and step up. Got me a sleeper truck and stuff, man. You know, got my own trade, got that going and stuff. You know what? Let me go over here and get this truck here. Even though, you know, some of the stuff you did, that it was a little bit questionable. But the thing is, like I said, watch the origin. That's the stuff I be saying. They're like, Dad, do they know how to do business? Of course they do. Watch the origin. They started with this small stuff, and then now they are what they are and stuff. Because, man, they've been in it long enough. They done made enough mistakes. You seeing the refined stage of it now. You seeing the refinement of it now. You know, go back to when they started planting them seeds. Yeah, you got to roll the dice. Because here's the thing, if you don't do it, the only thing that's guaranteed is that man, you can't follow through. You're gonna have to make some mistakes, man. It's gonna be some losses and stuff. You're gonna have to take some L's. You're gonna have to take some L's and stuff. I mean, but it is what it is. You get back up and stuff, man. You learn from your mistakes. If you lost something, you understand, man, look, ain't no point in fighting for the thing that I lost, because I can get it back just as fast as I lost it. I can get it back as fast as I lost it. Okay, you want to take something? Oh yeah, go ahead and get it. Go ahead and get it. I'm gonna just get something better anyway. I fuss and argue and stuff with it. Yeah, it was a struggle at first, you know, so it does have sentimental value because of the struggle. But I'm saying, man, look, I'm willing to part with it. I'm willing to part with it and stuff, man, because, you know, I'm moving on to something bigger and better. You know. But all this discouraging nonsense and stuff, man, look, if you're gonna be a company driver, be one kind. That's actually what you want to be. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you know that, if it's something in there and stuff to say, yeah, I want to be an own operator. Yeah, go for it. If you want to get into the lease program and stuff, ain't no problem. Just understand what you're signing up for. Understand what you're signing up for and stuff, man. So, you know, so you can make sense of things. You haven't seen it. It's plenty, man. DD-15s with 1 million miles on, plenty of them, man. Plenty of them. There's plenty of them. Jeez, I can't find. I thought I saved this stuff and I didn't. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. I didn't go down far enough. Y'all can see that, right? Okay, now hiring. Average 2,200 weekly. Dedicated routes. Dedicated routes near you. There it is right there. That's Swift. That's Swift. That's what they advertising. So I'm saying, so when they start advertising stuff like that, you start breaking out your handy dandy calculator and say, okay, how am I gonna make 2,200 average? What are y'all paying me a mile? What's the lanes I'm running? How many miles I'm gonna be running? Check this out right here. That's F2S right there. That's F2S. F2S said that their top earner made $375,900. That was last year. Their top earner last year, 2021. 2021. Their top earner made $375,900. Now, here's some questions that you need to ask, right? Now, they say they do 80%. That's F2S. That's F2S and stuff. All we kept hearing last year and stuff was about Josh. You know, we kept hearing all this stuff about Josh and stuff. You know, Josh saying this, Josh saying that. Don't go buy no cash truck. But you know, he over there F2S doing this and doing that and stuff like that. So, you know, he doing his live feeds, what, almost 9-10 hours. Almost 9-10 hours and stuff, man. I mean, you know, Just guys up there all day. Just guys up there all day long doing what? Are they giving the exchanging information, or is it just a bunch of people up there babbling? Is it a bunch of folk up there babbling? 8-9 hour live feeds. Well, say what's the secret to a million miles? It ain't no secret. It's just do your oil changes. Do your oil changes at your regular intervals, right? I started running Lucas, and just stay on top of your maintenance. You see something that ain't right and stuff, you go and jump on top of it. And that's it. And I mean, the rest of it is just you ain't gotta hot box it down the road. This truck here, 35 horsepower, and that's the way it's gonna stay. 435 horsepower. I drive the truck between 60 and 63 miles an hour. That's me. That's me and stuff. I do a bunch of idling and stuff. Cause like I said, I'm gonna be cold. I'm gonna be cool in the summer. I'm gonna be cool in the summer. I'm gonna be warm in the winter. But again, that's just me. But other than that and stuff, man, I mean, take care of it like it's supposed to, and it'll go the distance. It goes the distance, But that's the thing there and stuff. They post up stuff, and he like, man, hey, you over there, Josh? You over there, Josh, and stuff. Hey, listen, is it true that you can do 300? You can do. They advertise 395,000 top earner, 80%. You your own dispatcher. They was running. To my understanding, they ain't got no contracts over there, so you run off the load board. It's just them going over here filling out a whole bunch of carrier packets and stuff. You go over here and haul loads for them. And one guy managed to do 395,000. 395,000. So let's do the math and stuff right quick. 395,000. No, wait a minute. It was 375. Yeah, it was 375. Excuse me. $375,900. So you take that and divide that by 52. This man would. Oh.